I belong to a nation that's called Armenians, and we could understand the suffering of other people easily because we have suffered. We have had the first genocide of the 20th century in 1915 when 1.5 million people, innocent people, were massacred. So that's why we are very much concerned about genocide in Darfur.
Save Darfur! Save Darfur! Save Darfur! Save Darfur!
The Armenian American community is deeply involved in the effort to stop the genocide in Darfur. As Armenians, we witnessed the Armenian genocide. We saw some of the worst suffering that humanity has ever experienced through our eyes as a community and a nation. And that imposes upon us a very heavy burden to make sure what happened to us does not happen to any other people anywhere in the world.
It is a tragedy of unimaginable proportion that today, having endured what many observers have called the century of genocide, we still must raise our voices in moral outrage over the perpetration of genocide in our world. In Darfur, countless innocent individuals have suffered and are suffering today.
We're here as Armenians Against Genocide. We're here to support and make sure that people also understand about the Armenian genocide that took place in 1915.
The fact that the U.S. Congress has not been found the courage to vote for a resolution or a law finding that genocide occurred to the Armenians by the Turks in 1915 is a tragedy, and the truth of what happened to the Armenians must be revealed, made public and acknowledged, and whatever recompense is due after that is another matter, but acknowledgement is essential.
I believe that the world community has an obligation to speak out and fight against genocide wherever it occurs. And one of the reasons why I feel so passionately about the issue on recognizing the Armenian genocide is because I think that it is important to recognize that terrible event for what it is, in part so that we don't constantly see it repeated. And I represent Worcester in Massachusetts, and I have one of the oldest Armenian communities in the country. And the Armenian community in my district comes to me and talks to me not only about the Armenian genocide resolution, but they talk to me about the current genocide going on in Darfur. And they talk to me about the need to speak out, to be active in Congress, to give speeches, to write letters to the editor, to do op-ed pieces, to do whatever to call attention so that our government and other governments will do what they morally should do, and that is intervene and stop this.
We are today witnessing in Darfur many of the same tactics used by the Ottoman Empire to destroy its Armenian population, in particular starvation and deportation. And just as sadly, we're seeing the same indifference by the world community. We're seeing rhetoric but very little action, very little coordinated effort by the international community to actually end the killing. That's the sad reality. That's the thread that sadly ties together the genocides of the past century, which is that the world has known but failed to act.
I think if the United States is going to stand for anything, it needs to stand out loud and foursquare for human rights, and that means standing up against genocides in Darfur and also recognizing past atrocities like the genocide against the Armenians.